Hello viewers, and welcome to another Forza Horizon video. Now obviously this is another 30 minutes or so, something like that, just about 30 minutes. And the first thing I'm doing on this video is looking at one of my barn find cars. Obviously now many of you will own the game, so you'll actually be further ahead than I've got to. If you consider this is the equivalent of say 2.5 hours play, I'm sure many of you did that in the first night you've got it. But I'll continue to put these together and show my journey. So here's the first car then.
Car to be respected. Don't even think about pulling any stunts in her.
So a car to be respected certainly is. A very nice looking muscle car. I'll take that for a spin at some point. I thought I'd just leave this on here for some gratuitous imagery before taking it for a spin later. So barn finds there. We'll be finding more barn stuff. We have another barn find later in this video. This is more of a cruising video, as well as looking at some other online options, and I'll be doing a lot more of that in another video. So just going through my cars. And the garage is building nicely, isn't it? Just after a short amount of play. It shows it is going to be easy enough building your garage with a reasonable amount of respectable cars. Obviously there are going to be the supercars that are going to cost an absolute fortune to get hold of. I thought I'd pop in here as well. Yeah, have a little mod about. There's not much I can do to this Beamer, but I thought you know, it's there, isn't it? Let's just put some stuff on it. Okay. I thought, well, that's it. There's not a lot you can do, is there? There's no side skirts or massive rear bumper stuff or lights under the car. It doesn't go that far. So your standard stuff, your tyres, your wheel rims. I just thought I'd go through here and look at the many different types of rims that are available. Now I'm a terrible decision maker myself, and you'll see that in these screens where I'm thinking about, what shall I have? And so now that's that done. So what else do I want to do? I don't think I'll do anything right now. Actually, I was just a little bit disappointed with this particular car. There wasn't a great deal you could do to it, but there are lots and lots of rim types in there, as many of you will recognise from Forza 4, which is nice to see. You know, these are the bits that have been imported from Forza, you know, the menus, the options, the stuff that you're used to using, which is nice. I think really the only thing that has been left out is the tuning. That's the only thing that a certain selection of the Forza community won't find when they come here. But, you know, I still do understand the reasons for on both sides. So that's my car, with its little mods attached to it. Obviously not a lot on that one. I'll probably come back to that later and have a test with different types of cars, see what I can do. Building my garage value. Now where do I go? I can't even remember this because I recorded this last week and I've been away for a few days filming some other stuff, and now I'm just catching up on it. So into the paint shop, of course. Into the paint shop. Okay, this is just a lot of me. Okay, so this is just me popping in. I can't remember the buttons, what to do, anything like that. It's been a while since I've done any painting in Forza. So let's have a look then. Obviously some features weren't available. This was still pre-release, this was filmed. So ignore that. That was I don't know what I was doing now. I think I had a message pop in or something. I have notifications turned off these days because what happened was a lot of people would see that I'm online and they'd just go online and offline all the time so that they'd come up on my videos. So I had to turn off notifications. So all the standard shapes are there. Many of you will recognise. That's nice, that's handy. What shall I put on my car that's nice and quick? Let's see, using my amazing artistic skills, I think I'm going to put 3 V's on there. But what are we going to do? Let's be really exciting and put kind of a yellowy one. That's nice, a yellowy gold. I see it. And I couldn't remember how to copy and paste and do all that stuff. thought, oh, how do you do it? How do you do the controls? It's been way too long. In a moment you'll see some of my old designs from Forza 3. But I haven't moved all that sort of stuff across yet. Alright then. So let's put the V's on there. My amazing painting skills. Now if you've not done painting, really it's just a time consuming process. You know, if you sit there for hours you can really make something really nice. I mean, on saying that, it does amaze me what some people were capable of. They really do put together some incredible designs. And I look at them sometimes and think, wow, you know, in amazement, absolute amazement, what people manage to accomplish on there. So look at that. I mean, that is what you call amazing painting. It has to be said. Look at that. That car looks fantastic now. It looked good before. It looks better now. It's got an absolute polish to it. I will save that to my car. Now it looks lovely. And then I see, of course, there's the Forza 4 vinyl groups. Let's go in there. Goodness. I've no idea how to apply them. Let's go and have a look. Right, it's got to load them up. And there they all are. From Forza 3, Forza 4, they're all there. Murdered out. That was a thing a few years ago. Where if a car has black wheels, black windows, black everything, and it's called murdered out. That's the. Oh, it's my Ridge Racer logo. All 725 layers I made of that one. That was a time-consuming process, I tell you. Before I was doing videos, of course, I would never have the time to do something like that today. I was making the cars out of the Ridge Racer game and Daytona, which was publicised quite a lot at the time. I thought, I can't even remember how to use it all. You can see I've just completely forgotten to navigate my way around these. I thought maybe I'll pop my Ridge Racer on my car. It'll look a bit better. And we have a couple of VV logos in there as well. But we've moved from that now onto the marketplace. So I've cut any more of that for the moment. So into the marketplace. I don't know if there's some DLC that's been released with the launch of the game. I'm assuming there's something there. None of that stuff was coming up for me. It might be car packs I don't have as well, so I'll need to look into that. I'm like, no, I don't have a season pass. I would like to have driven that Ferrari, but alas, that will have to wait. Let's pop out and see now. Of course, the game is online now. This new footage you're seeing here, this is actually recorded today. So I'm like, oh my god, loads of messages in there to get through. I've had a best part of 100 messages in the last 48 hours. Lots of cars to go through. And I'll go through all of those eventually. So the friends list is all quite busy at the moment playing racing stuff. I do get inundated with friends requests, it has to be said. Though I will say the only people I'll put on my friends list are people who are regular posters on the forum and part of the community. That's generally people I get to know. There's no point adding lots of people and then never knowing who they are and never playing with them. So loads of shared cars. I'm thinking, right, what I need to do now is find the car club. So let's go over to that. So we can see there some of the people that are in the car club. And just having a look inside and seeing what everybody's been up to. I'll look at the club garage. This is all I care about, and getting in, seeing what people have been doing with cars. So it takes a moment to load these up. And this is just with a couple of days on the game. Everybody's been quite busy getting cars, putting them in the garage, getting their achievements, painting them already. I like that Bath. I thought that looked fantastic there. I thought let's have a closer look at this one. Nice retro paint job. As I was saying before with the painting, it is always, if you're prepared to put the time into it, you can create some incredible designs. As you can see there, really nice. You know, I mean, even now I'm still amazed. I look at, obviously I always talk about the graphics at this point, but the way you can paint a car and it's just part of the bodywork, you know, the way those layers, are just perfectly in place there. It never ceases to amaze me how good these things look. So just letting them load up, see if there's any paint designs on some of these. The Scirocco, interesting in the lime green, not perhaps my colour, but a nice car. So many different cars in the garage already. And do let me know what your impressions have been on the game. What you've been thinking of it so far. You know, at the moment, people ask me my opinion, and I say it's okay. I mean, the game's got lots of challenges in it. I just feel that the world at the moment is a little bit lifeless between one place and another. But we'll see a little drive around in a moment. I'll look at another of the VV cars. Again, that one's got VV Gamer, which is at the old site. See what else we have. Nice Mini. Always like the retro designs. Some really nice paint jobs already being applied. Obviously some of these probably done on Forza 4. And finally finishing with the Ferrari F50 GT. A classic car from Project Gotham Racing 3. I've got to go for a spin in this one. So to finish the video now, I go for a little tour and look for another barn. I think that was the next thing on the agenda. Now I still haven't played the game with the steering wheel yet. That's something that's on the to-do list, but in the short term, while recording these videos, it's easier just using the pad. It felt to me on the demo that the game was made for the pad anyway. It really did just feel much more comfortable. But then again, I had a similar issue with Forza 4. You know, when I first played Forza 4, I really enjoyed it with a wheel. Then they made some amendments to the 900-degree steering and everything, and I just didn't feel it handled the same. But my feedback isn't so much the wheel, so much as the tactile response from the acceleration. I don't feel when there's grip, and then when there's no grip, it doesn't give me enough. So having a drive.
Hey, it's Alice.
We get a new barn find rumour. We've got to look for these barn finds. I am going to put them all together eventually in a little video, but I thought I would show these to you as I have a little drive around. I think, right, okay, so I know that one's down there now. So I'm off to the next barn area. It's as if the game already knows what I'm going to be doing. Lovely views. Look at that. Really nice. Yeah, as I was saying, though, the world does have a slightly lifeless feel, though. It's just something about the game that doesn't feel like Test Drive. I mean, Test Drive doesn't have handling as good as this. It doesn't have graphics as good as this, but there's a certain atmosphere to it that certainly feels real in its own little world, and I can't quite put my finger on it. It's just not been the same so far in Forza Horizon. It's fun to play. I enjoy driving, but I think it might be different when I, play with friends online. I haven't played any online yet. I've just been playing the one-player mode. I've cut out some of the journey here because otherwise you'll just have a 40-minute drive as I just tour around. And as you can see, it's gone from light to dark. So I was just doing a speed camera as I make my way to the next barn find. So in the next few days, what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be testing the new online modes and seeing what's in there, looking at the different leaderboards and sharing those with you. Probably a bit more in the way of painting, a bit more of a proper go over it. I've been quite limited for time these last few days and had to quickly get on here now and get this video up for you guys, as I know it's been quite a few days since you last had your fix. And then after that, we've got some other racing news and other titles to come as well throughout November, so it's going to be quite busy for me, working on a lot of different projects behind the scenes and catching up with a lot more community stuff. We have more plans for community sort of video content and what we can do on the channel, though again all of that's going to be based around the forum, because I find I'm asked the same question on every single video, and there's so many videos now it's impossible for me to keep up with the viewer comments, so the forum really is helpful, whereby answers can be put to questions that I get asked multiple times.
Hey, you've just found a Horizon speed zone. We've placed these all over Colorado, and they're just like the speed trap I showed you earlier. But the difference here is that your average speed is measured from start to finish.
Oh, over. I just don't know where the road is going, unfortunately. You'd really need to know some of these roads in a car like this before you try to go fast.
You really nailed that speed zone.
Right. Okay, so on my way, still working my way there and seeing what we can find. Looking for this barn, I'm thinking, right, should be around here somewhere. Let's take it nice and slow.
Don't waste that showcase event invite. Rewards include cash and cars.
I will get to that in another episode. Let's find another barn.
You have arrived at your destination.
No, nothing around here. I've already lost the rear wing of my Ferrari. That's no good, is it? Goodness. Taking it for a loan out of the team garage. It's not in good condition now. I'm thinking, right, I'm leaving the circle here. Where am I going to go? Oh, I'll go this way, go back. I actually include all the mucking about in this video. I think I cut a few roads out. It took me best part of half an hour, but I found a discount sign. That's something. But I thought I'd test the fences out. So some white fences you can actually bash through them, but I couldn't get through there. So I'm thinking, right, let me just get this discount sign. Now I'm sure many of you have already done nearly all the discount signs by now. As I say, you know, you're seeing a very limited amount of play from here, and probably on the later videos I'll probably play it for 2 or 3 hours just to unlock lots of stuff and then make another video for you guys. The videos will be reducing in length to about 15 minutes at a time, just purely because of production time in putting these together is a little bit too long at the moment. So let's just have a drive through more of the section. I have to admit, I'm not actually too bothered, but I know people might refer to clean. I'm not interested in clean driving in playing this game. I think the more you play it, the more you just don't care really. You just weave all over the place, crash into stuff. It's not a serious racing game in that sense, but the view there is fantastic. I mean, look at the view distance again. Really nice. Fantastic to see. As we move into the early morning, sunrise is coming. You can't control the speed of the time of day change. Some people said to me that they would prefer it to be a little bit longer. I don't necessarily mind it. I think a little bit longer would be nice. But it doesn't bother me. I think it's really nice how well it's been implemented. The lighting's really nice in this game. I think sometimes it would be nice if there was a cop chase mode, though. It would add to this sort of game. It's got it all there, isn't it? Amazing roads and getaway roads. There's a whole gameplay mode they could put in here. That might be one of the DLC packs, who knows? I doubt it though. This game is all about the car love really, rather than illegal street racing. So I'm looking at the circle and thinking, right, I've driven completely out of the circle now. Where am I going? Oops, hit the wrong button there. That's not what I wanted to do. Hang on. Let's just go back in there again. Let's see now. So I want to drive around there and then up there. Okay. Now this is where we had a little race earlier. Okay, just plotting out my route. And I actually take a wrong turn in the moment, which is typical. So let's get a bit of speed now. It's nice, and the feeling of speed from the bumper cam is always great. The bumper cam's at a reasonably good height as well. So many games get the bumper cam wrong and put it at an unplayably low angle. A bumper cam isn't meant to be a bumper cam. It's meant to be on top of the bonnet, not actually at the bumper. And unfortunately some developers take that literally and just put an unplayable cam in there. Thankfully, some games like Project Gotham had two cams. They had a forward cam and a bumper level cam, so that's fine. Nobody used the bumper level cam, they used the forward cam instead if they were using that. I just couldn't get the handling right with this car. I couldn't get it to get into the corners and slide out, so I was having a little practice there, and I just find that you just have to be really smooth and progressive with it rather than trying to be aggressive, because whenever you try being aggressive it just spins out or understeers. So I went completely the wrong way before, and now I know which way I'm going. Take it nice and slow across the bridge here. That corner was a little bit harsher than I was expecting at the time. A bit close, too close to the oncoming traffic along here. That's fine. Amazing speed of this car, so much power. Just having a look there, just seeing if there's anything around me that I've missed, any little gates. You can quickly drive past something if you're going too fast. Catching up to an area where I was at earlier. This is where I did my little donut. So I'm thinking to myself now, damn, where else haven't I been in this circle? I've been everywhere, and then I realised, oh, there's one more big long road I've missed. Typical, it's going to be that one. And you can see the scale of the map. I'm sure lots of you have driven all the way around it now, found some of the faster routes. Let's go find the other route. So yeah, I'm still deciding what to do in terms of community stuff on this game at the moment. Whether we should have some community video or community photo contest, something like that. In fact, do post some of your photos onto the VV forum. It's always nice to see what some of you are able to do with obviously the photos and the paint designs and everything else this game offers. It really, with the environments it has, there's so much opportunity now to do stuff that's more creative. Again here, you'll see me sort of messing about the handling, really, just trying to see if I can get the car, get the back end out and get the car to slide, but generally speaking I can't really get the car to do much. But then again, it is a Ferrari F50, it's not really GT, it isn't really designed for off-road travel. As we drive down into this canyon, huge canyon, really great again, the scale of this environment. Absolutely fantastic. Working my way down. I'm trying to get into a rhythm with it. Not succeeding. Of course, it's not really the right type of car. So coming down now to this tunnel at the base and thinking, right, I've got to be getting somewhere now. There's got to be a barn around here somewhere. I've been everywhere in this section, and looking around, there's nothing there, unfortunately. Typical. But there is another lovely canyon at the bottom of this Hoover looking dam. And there is a discount sign. So there you go. That makes it all worthwhile. Or not. So where is the barn? I'm thinking. Let's go outside car view. You'll see my car's a little bit worse for wear in just a moment. There it is. So having a little tour. I mean, as I say, so this video really has just been a quiet one, really, having a drive, talking about some of what we've seen so far, what we think about Forza. I really would like to get some of your opinions. I'm going to reflect on some of those in a later video, and I'm going to keep doing these videos for a little while, as well as some online multiplayer races as well. But as I say, that'll depend on regular forum users rather than anything. We really do want to drag it all into one place, because at the moment I've got people talking on hundreds of different videos and it's impossible keeping up with all of those comments. It's much easier for me on the forum. Localize it into one place, and for the regular sort of forum supporters, we can sort out some competitions and activity, if nothing else, on this and other racing titles. So do post your, as I say, your pictures on there, and I can talk about those in future videos. Look at the view. Fantastic. I know I keep saying that like a broken record, but it really does look very impressive. I'm very impressed with what Playground Games have managed to put together in a couple of years. I mean, you know, obviously it's a very experienced team. They have a great caliber behind them. And I'm always understanding of the fact that Forza Horizon, you know, this is just the first step of what they probably have in mind. And look what we have. We have a lovely barn find after all that. There we go, right at the end of my journey.
You don't see many of these. One of the rarest BMWs ever produced, the M1. And boy, is she a looker. Give me some time and she'll look like she just rolled out of the showroom.
Nice. So I have my barn find. I'll check that out in the next video and do some other stuff as well relating to more to online gaming, which I'll be getting on with in the next couple of days. But that's it from me for now, viewers. As ever, more soon.